Hey guys, just before I get into the video, I want to remind you that about 30% of the people that watch my videos are subscribed, so if you haven't already clicked subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it if you did. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoy the content. Hey guys, what's going on? Today we have Alliance War this might be number 10 or number 9 of the season, I'm not 100% sure. I believe this is number 10, don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. And we have a pretty fun Alliance War today. This isn't Alliance War number 9. So that's right, and this is going to be a good time. So we have a little bit of a different setup. We have to take paths 9 to path 6. Yeah, that didn't really go well for me. A couple of errors that resulted in stupid mistakes and unfortunately 1 to 2 deaths. But we're gonna go with a pretty fun team. Quake, Torch, and White Mage with pre-fight. Sorry, I'm struggling to say words. And yeah, it should be a fun Alliance War. This Alliance War went really well for our alliance as a whole, and these were 2 fights that I was actually looking forward to a good amount. Quaking Warlock is someone that I always have hated quaking, but I ended up doing pretty good here, and then quaking Nick Fury is fun because he goes stun immune. I put this fight on 2 times speed just because it's, a Quake fight, and no one likes watching Quake. And it did, it went as perfectly as it can go. Warlock he's not the hardest Quake fight in the world. He's pretty easy to Quake, and when you get him right, he just melts down. And you can see we're already 40 seconds in, and this guy's at 50% health. So it'll be about a minute 20-ish fight. Not terrible. As long as you don't get hit, then you're basically fine, and as long as you don't accidentally hit him, you'll be okay. But that's the fight done, 1 minute and 10 seconds. It was a good time. Now we have this Nick Fury on Hazard Shift. You guys know this one. It's the Resistor Power Focus one, the Good Times node. Every time I look at this node, all I can think about is my death to Airwalker here with Captain Marvel movie. But luckily, this Nick Fury goes about as perfectly as it can go. Nick Fury he's a pretty easy character to Quake as long as you don't mess up in his second phase where he has that Fury and he's stun immune. Then you'll be perfectly fine. You have almost no risk of dying. Just going through and quaking this fight, it's going to be about a 2.5 minute fight. We can see that we're about a minute in and he's not even at 50% health. That's just because Nick Fury is tanky, and especially on this node with his willpower healing. But overall, you shouldn't really have anything to worry about when quaking this guy down. It's a pretty easy fight. The biggest thing that I am worried about here is, of course, getting caught in that second life, and I also really don't want to lose health because I need to conserve my potions because I'm down a lot of potions from that one war where I used 15. That's the biggest thing I'm really worried about. Plus, you're going to see that we ended up using a lot more revives and potions this war. That was a great time. Just stupid mistakes at the end there. But we're 2.5 minutes in, this guy's at 20%, 2 more Quake cycles and he should be down, give or take. Probably 3, if I'm going to be honest, but we don't really have much to worry about. It looks like it's going to be 3 cycles, about a 3-minute Quake fight. It's pretty long, not the worst fight in the world though. As long as we don't mess up, we'll be fine, and we came out of that fight perfect. Now we're going to be quaking this Annihilus as well. This was a interesting fight, to say the least. This went good-ish. I got hit a couple times, that wasn't great. But overall, we came out of this fight just fine. You can see that we're going to go in. I hate recording Quake fights just because I know how boring they are to watch. Trust me, I hate watching Quake play just like the next person, but it's the team that I'm assigned and I don't really get a choice. So it works. Plus I'm a fairly okay Quaker. I'm not the best in the world and I'm not really good, I'm just okay. Turns out I take most of the hard fights. Here we get clipped a little bit, I think coming up, maybe this next cycle. Yeah, we're going to get clipped right here. We're going to lose a good chunk of our health. Luckily, we're going to heal some of it back. Not really. That's a couple potions right there. That's great. You love to see that. And it ended up actually costing me a death, unintentionally. Here we have this Hulkbuster. I don't know how many times I've quaked Hulkbuster and how many times I came out of the fight perfect on hard nodes like the Rage node, the Regen node, all of those. I ended up making the worst mistakes I could possibly make. I think this is probably the worst Quake fight I've ever had in my life. I don't know what to say besides wow. Just wow, I really wish I went and I healed her up all the way, because then maybe I would have probably survived. But unfortunately, we don't. We ended up dying here. That was a good time. It wasn't because of spite either. This is on path 6. It has the spite and power from afar node. That's not that big of a deal. It's just me basically forgetting how to Quake halfway in the fight. I basically just let him combo me to oblivion. I'm dexing so much extra, and I think that that's what's costing me the deaths. I am really struggling with not making mistakes with Quake recently, and it's really starting to get annoying. I left this fight on normal speed just so you guys can see what happened. I think this is a 6-star rank 2. I don't really know, not really sure. There's the first mistake right there. Hello, combo to the face, how are you? Now we're at 27%. Little tip, this guy's running Assassin. So if I get under 18%, say goodnight to Quake, she's dead. You can see that we're just gonna keep going along. I'm already sketched the F out currently. It's not going great. I am thinking to myself, wow, did I just really get comboed by a Hulkbuster? I have taken Hulkbuster in Alliance War so many times. I was thinking to myself, okay, I got this, 36%. And yeah, I just forgot how to dex basically. I had to Quake. And 3, 2, 1, good night. There's death number 1 of the Alliance War. That was a good time. I really loved that death. I went into my line chat after this and I said, don't even ask. I don't want to talk about it. I literally just forgot how to Quake. Here's a bunch of potions and revives down the drain, and this is all of them. So that's fun. Now we have no more potions. That's a good time. We're gonna go and we're gonna finish this guy off with Quake as well. Oh boy, I was so pissed at this death. I was so pissed. I just finished this fight off with parry method. I wasn't having none of it. I have to Quake this Mojo next. That was sketchy as hell too. I thought I was gonna die again. Luckily I didn't. I'm not having any of this Hulkbuster. We're just gonna, parry method him down like I said. Don't really feel like dying to a Hulkbuster again, let alone dying to him once. That was, oh brother. We're just gonna go and we're gonna finish him off with a combo, and that is Hulkbuster dead. Now we have this Mojo on, I don't know, some shit, kinetic transference, and I don't know what the other node is. Aspect of evolution. We're not going to use Torch here. I need to save the pre-fight for the Dragon Man mini, which we're going to be taking. So we're just going to Quake this guy. Thing, whatever it identifies as. Mojo quaking is weird because he gains those charges so suddenly and so quickly out of nowhere. It's just strange, and he gains power from it as well. This was, interesting to say this. There you can see just jumped up to 4 of his Mojo charges. We get really close at the end here to dying. Thank God we don't. Now he's at 7 of them. 2 more Quake cycles and this guy should be done. We just got to really make sure we don't mess up. 1 more cycle and we're good. Dodge a hit. There he throws a special one, and luckily my Quake's cycle kills him before he can kill me. Oh brother, that was a good time. I was already mad at myself for dying. It's 5 deaths this season on Alliance War number 9. Not doing great. 5 deaths is pretty shitty, but it's okay. We're living. Now we're going to be using Human Torch against the Sasquatch on the regen node. I turned off the volume there just because you guys wouldn't be able to hear it anyways. We had a little error in our recording. This is a pretty easy Human Torch fight. I want to just get my Smolders up by blocking his stuff, his hits, and nice little intercept right there. We just want to make sure that we get Nova Flames on him and melt him down as quickly as we can. We want to save our Torch health for the Dragon Man. And we're just gonna, keep our Nova Flame up as much as we can. Make sure that it doesn't get into Wrath of Tanner. I can get that boost in his power gain so that he doesn't hit me with the special 3, because that does not sound like a fun time. He goes into Wrath, I believe, right here. Yep, there it is. Now I know how to punish his heavy attack with the Unstoppable, and I think I know how to punish the special 2. I do, but we're not going to do it here because he still has energy for a special 1. There we get smacked in the face by his special 1. Luckily it didn't stun, so we're okay. Little clip there. We should be okay now to finish this fight off without him going to Wrath again, which is great. We're going to cancel out his regen with our Nova Flames. So that's fun. That's probably the hardest thing about Sasquatch here, is that annoying regen. But I mean, if you have a Torch or a Quake, it's not that hard of a fight to finish. one more 3-hit combo and this guy should be down, and he is indeed dead. So that was pretty cool. And now is where everything goes wrong. We have Dragon Man. We put on pre-fight for White Mags and Human Torch here. There is a line notification. You love to see him. This fight went just about as poorly as you can imagine. I got really shitty AI, unfortunately, on this fight, and it just did not go the way I wanted it to. And that really sucked for me, but luckily we are doing okay. This Dragon Man had probably the worst AI I've ever had on any Dragon Man I've ever taken. I mean, we're doing okay right now. Now we just need to wait out and reparry during the poison phase as much as I can, but he really just got me stuck in the corner, and he would not throw any of his special attacks for a while. I mean, there he seems okay, but there's one section where he gets to a special 3, and that results in the death of me. This is a pretty AI-dependent fight, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's not really, but kind of, because in that poison phase, you can't hit him, and here I'm just going to try to bait out his special 2 as much as I can. He's not throwing it. He's not throwing it. He's not throwing it. And hello, special 3. How are you? Now he's just going to push himself to a special 3. Here I'm going to try to throw off a special 2, just do as much as I can. I know that a special 3 will corner me, and it indeed does corner. I'm so sorry about all these line notifications as well. This special 3 is going to hit like a truck, and it indeed does. Now we're stuck in the corner, and he has that stupid corner passive phase thingy, and he goes unstoppable and unblockable. Now I accidentally missed the dex, and I am dead with him at 12%. That would be 6 deaths this season. And that is death number 2 of this war. We're going to go and we're going to finish him off with Quake. This was also sketchy as hell. Probably shouldn't have been able to survive this, but I did. That was weird. Here's some server connection issues for you. Didn't even want to heal up at this point. I was just like, okay, I'm not having any of this. I've seen Tater's video on how you bait him out with Spite. Here we get lucky. He parries me there, gets me in the corner. Luckily my evade takes some time just before he can throw his special 1, and he is dead. That's probably the luckiest win I've ever had in my life. Here you can see we ended up actually winning the war. That was my last fight of the war. We won by 2 attack bonus, which was a great win for us. We needed this, and we're going to need to win the rest of the wars in the season in order to stay in Platinum 2, most likely. Very proud of the guys. We absolutely slayed it. Both had 100% clear. Here you can see the defender kills. They had 29. We had 29 deaths. They had 31. They forgot to place one of their defenders as well, and we had higher diversity than them by 7, I think. 3, yeah, by 7. So we won this war pretty handily, by about 800, and that's the end of my war. Didn't get MVP. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That is all I have to show. We did great. Very proud of our guys. We should be able to finish Platinum 2, and that should be a pretty nice crystal opening video, but that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you in the next one.